And we're live. Good evening, people. Welcome back to another Crypto Sherpa News, where I bring you the daily crypto news. That's right. We got tons of news today. I'm gonna try to speed through this because I got an appointment where I'm seeing Black Widow tonight. Yeah. In today's news, we have Bank of America launches crypto research team. China's central bank says stablecoins pose a threat. A hydro plant can earn 3 times as much in mining Bitcoin. Jack Dorsey confirms Square is building a wallet. And Senator Warren, is that her name? Yes, Warren's cryptocurrency risk presses SEC's over authority. All that, so stay tuned. Yes. So we are back, people. Before we get started, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends, and all right, let's go over to our first article. Just in, Bank of America launches crypto research team. So here we go. We got another bank getting into the crypto research team. I think earlier today, Wells Fargo said something about not crypto, but canceling a credit lines. I don't know, the Economic Ninja did a video on it. So if you haven't seen, if you're not following him, go check out the Economic Ninja. He did a great video today. So watch that. But right now, Bank of America debuts a dedicated crypto research team. The research would be focused on various crypto assets and technologies associated with them. So Bank of America has launched a dedicated cryptocurrency research team in a bid to cash on the growing frenzy around digital asset market. The new crypto research team would be headed by Akish Shah, and the focus of the research would also include technology tied to the digital asset market. Candace Browning, head of the global research for Bank of America, said in a memo, cryptocurrencies and digital assets constitute one of the fastest growing emerging technology ecosystems. We're uniquely positioned to provide thought leadership due to our strong industry, research analysis, market leading global payments platforms, and our blockchain expertise. So Bank of America joins a growing list of US-based banking giants betting big on the crypto ecosystem. Some of the top US banks include JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, BNY Mellon, and many others have started offering some form of Bitcoin and crypto investment vehicles for their clients, which is, I'm grateful for JP Morgan. I was lucky enough to go to Chase, and they actually will open up a LLC business operating account for me. I struggled with going to 2 other banks like Farmers and Merchants, even schools. Well, Schools First didn't offer any, but I need to open up a bank account for my LLC, but I had crypto in the name, Crypto Sherpa LLC. So when a bank saw that, they were just like, oh, crypto, no, you're a bad guy, you're against us. But these guys are getting into it, so thank you, JP Morgan, for opening an account for me. Thank you. But yeah, the crypto demand among institutional investors at an all-time high. The demand for crypto products from institutions has reached an all-time high, and despite any regulatory frameworks in place, these banking giants have found a way to offer compliant investment vehicles to institutional clients. The likes of JP Morgan, who is not a big Bitcoin fan, was forced to offer a Bitcoin fund amid growing clients' demands. Goldman Sachs, that had called Bitcoin a speculative asset in the past, now lists the digital currency among the best performing assets. In absence of regulated Bitcoin product, Wall Street giants have turned to private crypto funds that buy cryptocurrencies and issue shares against them for investors to trade in. The demand for a Bitcoin ETF has also seen a massive surge in the recent past, where former regulatory heads have also called upon the SEC to approve of the Bitcoin ETF to ensure investors protection and bring more transparency in the market. The surging investor demand and rising Wall Street participation in cryptocurrencies have also forced regulatory bodies to look into crypto regulations. Many expect SEC to lay the groundwork for crypto regulation soon. Yes, we will see that in the I think that's in our last article. You know what, let me just move that to our next article. It's not going to be our last one. But yeah, so in our next article here, we already have it, like the last one said. Senator Warren warns of cryptocurrency risks, presses the SEC on oversight authority. Okay, I thought she was a part of the SEC. Okay, I just misread that article. But oh well, let's read it. So here we go. Senator Warren, or is that secretary? Nope, senator. An old lady. I say old, I'm sorry, I'm not age discrimination, just usually the older generation doesn't like cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, because it goes against their typical fiat system, but let's see what she has to say. Washington on July 8th. Reuters, the U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren on Thursday warned of the growing risk posed to consumers and financial markets by the highly opaque and volatile cryptocurrency market and blasted its lack of regulation as unsustainable. Ooh, let me take a sip of my beet juice drink. Stay healthy, people. Beets, good for clearing the gut and colon. But Warren, a Democrat who chairs the Senate Banking Committee Subcommittee on Economic Policy, also raised her concerns in a letter to the Securities and Exchange Commission Chair Gary Gensler on Wednesday in an effort that could help lay the groundwork for legislation to regulate the fast-growing market. The former presidential candidate said she needed answers from Gensler by July 28th on the SEC's authority to protect consumers investing and trading in cryptocurrencies and determine what future congressional action was needed. Cryptocurrencies reached a record capitalization of $2 trillion in April, but U.S. oversight of the market remains patchy. Yeah, so you know what the action needs to be taken? You need to hire me to educate the world. I'm just kidding. I'm just one guy who's trying to help teach the world about cryptocurrencies and do it safely. Because we're still new, we're still babies. I love this business, and I love that Bitcoin Ben pushed me or encouraged me to get into this because we were still early and people need to be educated. All they see is must tweeting Doge, banks saying it's bad or no institutions are getting into it. So there's a lot of fun news out there. You need to know this, definitions, rules, safety precautions to look out for. Cryptocurrency is all about you being in control of your finances. You're in control of the security. You're in control of the responsibilities. So there is no more middleman. It's all you, and you need to understand the safeties that come with it. So don't trust centralization or centralized companies. What else? Never trust any coin with an ICO, IPO, or IEO. And there's plenty other words. Check the market supply. Check the market cap or the total supply, if there is one. If it's max, that's kind of a sketchy thing. But yeah, that's just pretty much it. But I'm sure she goes on saying that she demands cryptocurrencies in use. These regulations gaps endanger consumers and investors. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so she'll say her thing. We'll see what they have to do later on. We'll look more into that later. But let's move on to another article. But I was just more stoked on the Bank of America news. That was great. So yeah, that's that news. Let's see what China has to say right now. Next up, China's central bank says stablecoins pose a risk to global financial systems. The People's Bank of China has expressed concerns over the risks that so-called global stablecoins present the international monetary system. Look at that little rolling pin printing money. Now it's digital. They got their digital yuan. No need for paper anymore. That's just a waste of sources. Let's keep our trees. Let's keep our planet green, but let's go digital. Excuse is so good. In brief, according to a senior official from China's central bank, digital currencies, and specifically stablecoins, could bring risks to the stability of the payment system. The country's financial regulator has reportedly taken unspecified measures to prevent such threats. China's central bank is quite worried by the potential impact of global stablecoins on the international financial system, CNBC reported on Thursday. Speaking to reporters, Fan Lifei, a deputy governor of the People's Bank of China, PBOC, said that some commercial organizations, so-called stablecoins, especially global stablecoins, may bring risks and challenges to the international monetary system and payments and settlement system. Yifei added that the Chinese authorities are quite worried about this issue and have taken some measures. Now, for those of you who don't know what stablecoins are cryptocurrencies that claim to be backed by fiat currency at a 1-to-1 ratio and aim to overcome the price volatility by maintaining a stable value in relation to the state-issued currency. They often use a store of value or units of account, with payments being another popular use case. Tether, one of the USDTs, is the most widely used stablecoin with a market cap of over $62 billion. According to data from Nomics, whether Tether claims that each USD token is backed 1-to-1 by a dollar cash reserve, it claims have been called into question by critics. That is true because there was an article, I'm not sure, I think I was listening, either my father who mentioned it or it was the Modern Investor in one of his videos. where like there's research, there's an article out there where it's like Tether is not backed one-to-one. They say they had an article where they were saying that they have other so-called assets that back them up. So yeah, so you gotta do your research, people, and you can't just trust everything. Make sure you really dive in. That's like the main role of this all for educating yourself. Just do your own research. Just don't take a company's word for say. But yeah, so the New York Attorney General's office fought a lengthy court battle against Tether and crypto exchanges Bitfinex, with which it shares most of its management team, forcing Tether to make details of its reserve public in May. The disclosure revealed that less than 3% of Tether's reserves was held in cash. Oh, see, I told you. I knew I heard it somewhere, and the article just finished it. I should have just continued reading. But yeah. Well, the PBOC has revealed what exact measures it is taking to curb the expansion of stablecoins. Fan Li-Fi said that the speed of development in payment systems is very alarming, and the central bank is working against monopolies and disorderly expansions of capital. The digital yuan is coming. The PBOC's comments come against the backdrop of China's own efforts to develop a digital version of the yuan, otherwise known as a digital currency electronic payment, DCEP. According to Fan Li-Fi, the digital yuan system, which currently works on an invite-only basis, has so far amassed more than 10 million users across the country. In recent months, the DCEP pilots have taken place across major cities in China, with some of them holding lotteries where the winnings were distributed in new digital money. Last month, 2 major Chinese banks allowed their customers to exchange the digital yuan for fiat in more than 3,000 ATMs in the country's capital, the city of Beijing. So yeah, that's what was that? They're trying to get people to adopt CBDCs, but who was it today? It was the Economic Ninja talking about it. Like, oh no. It was Robert Kiyosaki of the Rich Dad Poor Dad series. Oh man, he was talking about like what we gotta look out for. Like whenever you see like China's doing a centralized digital bank, what we gotta worry for here in the US is the Fed coin. Like that's what banks truly have to be worried for. Like they don't have to be worried about other cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin or them focusing on their own CBDC, but they gotta worry about a Fed coin out there. If the Fed coin comes out, then there is absolutely no need for there is absolutely no need for the banks anymore. The banks are just the middleman. The government can just do their own thing. They can track every single payment, who has what, and so on. So I don't think stablecoins pose a threat to CBDCs, but I feel that Fedcoin does. It poses a threat to banks. CBDC is a bank. It's just a digital version of what they got right now. Just paper trash. But yeah, so that's the China central bank news. Let's move on to a quite interesting article that I found more fun to read. But it was the hydro plant from 1897 earns 3 times as much mining BTC as selling power to the grid. So why are they selling power to the grid? Just gonna get a little extra money, but it looks like they make more with Bitcoin mining. An historic renewable energy facility in New York has tripled its profits by mining Bitcoin. Cool. New York's Mechanicville hydroelectric plant, one of the oldest hydropower generation facilities in the United States, is now hosted Bitcoin mining. The plant is owned by Albany Engineering Corp, AEC, which was asked to restore it by the National Grid in 1986. Jim Besha Sr., AEC's chief executive, notes that cryptocurrency mining offers triple the profit margins available from selling electricity back to the grid. He goes, we think this is the oldest renewable energy facility in the world that's still running. We can actually make more money with Bitcoin than selling the electricity to the national grid. Yeah, so why would they sell it when they can just use that electricity to mine their own Bitcoin? But Besha noted that he is content to liquidate the BTC as it comes in, expressing skepticism regarding the crypto asset's longer-term potential. Yeah, I'm going to question that. Like, he may be doing that in the process of it, but I feel like he will get into a point where it's like, uh-oh, why are we selling this? We should be holding on to it. That's just what I'm feeling, that he'll probably come to realization in the later coming years as more adoption comes in and Bitcoin's price skyrockets even further. But despite the robust profit margins, Besha laments not selling his electricity to be used as power, but a decade of fighting with the national grid has left him looking to alternative revenue streams. When the AEC was asked to restore the plant, a contract was signed with the National Grid guaranteeing it would purchase power from Besha for 40 years at a discounted rate. However, after AEC received license to operate independently in 1993, Besha claims that the National Grid renegated on their deal, leading to the protracted legal battle. Hey, Joey, Jax Baxter, no barking. But after the facility incurred substantial damages from a flood and later a generator catching fire, the National Grid agreed to give up the plant, pay for repairs, and purchase electricity from the AEC at market value in 2003. Despite the National Grid giving up its price discount, the profits from Bitcoin mining still dwarf what AEC can make by selling electricity. Bill and banning crypto mining for 3 years, dies in New York State. That's a related article. But the AEC is not the first time to repurpose a landmark of modern industry to generate cryptocurrency. In 2018, BitRival launched a data center in what used to be the world's largest aluminum smelter in Siberia, which had been constructed by the USSR in the 1960s. The facility, which is now used to mine Bitcoin, is also situated near a major hydro plant. The same year, Coin Minted announced it had signed a 10-year lease on a 1,300-acre plot of land in upstate New York that had once been used for aluminum smelting to host BTC mining hardware. So yeah, they're not the first ones, but yeah, Bitcoin has a store of value. If you mine it, even if you want to sell it to make some fiat cash, you can do what you will with it, but Bitcoin, it's not a Ponzi scheme. It has a real use case. It's used. You're not just making it up out of thin air. You're using cryptography mechanisms in your computer to figure out the consensus of the hashtags. And if you can get that hashtag, then you get a portion of that Bitcoin. But people who mine Bitcoin, you gotta remember, only 900 is being made every day. In a month or two, or I keep forgetting the next happening is, we get half of that. And then 4 years from there, another half. So get into mining now if you want to. Eventually, you want to see countries and people fighting over the little Bitcoin that's out there and who's going to sell and who's not going to sell. But there you have it. There's your hydro plant mining BTC news. Let's move on to our last article. Jack Dorsey confirms Square is building an assisted custody BTC hardware wallet. The Jack Dorsey and hardware lead Jesse Doroguski have both confirmed Square's plans to develop a Bitcoin hard wallet. Now, this ain't the first time we're hearing this news. During the Bitcoin conference in Miami, Florida, we all heard Jack Dorsey saying he's going to change for us. We're going to build a wallet for you guys, and you're just going to have to trust us that we have changed. Yeah, no, this is the king of censor. He censored the president of the United States. I'm not going to trust his wallet at all, and I would recommend you guys not do it as well. Don't trust anything with this guy. Don't trust anything with banks. Just, yeah. Take this information as a grain of salt on your own educational learning. I'm just a guy here that reports the news for you, and I give my somewhat opinion from knowledge from what I've seen out there as I come to study and read these articles. I just take the facts as they are, and put it together, and I come up with my own conclusion, thinking what could possibly happen. But yeah. Digital payments firm Square is building a Bitcoin hardware wallet with CEO Jack Dorsey and a hardware lead Jesse Doroguski, both confirming the plan on Twitter. The tech entrepreneur and Bitcoin proponent first teased the idea for a Square hardware wallet and custody service last month, but revealed today that we're doing it. Here's the tweet. With that, at Jesse Dorsey, I and team will listen and continue to conversations and will set up a dedicated Twitter and GitHub account. If we decide to build, we'll update this thread with the information when we're ready. Thanks. And Jack again, we're doing it. Hashtag Bitcoin. That was just funny the way I said that. I don't know why. But yeah, and Jesse also tweeted back, we have decided to build a hardware wallet. Yeah, it's just the exact same thing. Said on Twitter that Square wants to make Bitcoin custody more mainstream and outline the pathway for the hardware wallet rollout. See, we have lots of questions and issues to reconcile, and we'll start with this product direction. Bitcoin first, global distribution, multi-sig to achieve, assisted self-custody, and prioritizing mobile use. Yeah, so Dorsey explained the term assisted self-custody last month, noting that the firm is looking to provide a simplified experience for managing a hardware wallet. And if you get a hardware wallet, guys, make sure it's a non-custodial hardware wallet because you want to be in full control. Don't trust this one. Trust one of the better ones out there, either your Ledger or what I prefer, Treasure. I have the Treasure Model T or the Model 1. So one that's a touch screen. It's a $200 one. If you want the other one, that one's $50 and can only hold not as much tokens as a touch screen. But I have a link down below for the Treasure website. Purchase it from the website themselves. Never order from a third-party Amazon. Can't be trusted. Get it from the source and then follow the instruction videos and make sure it is secure. But yeah, that is the Jack Dorsey news. He's building a wallet. I'm not going to trust it. Again, I recommend you guys don't trust it. That is that. And to finish off the coin market cap here, Bitcoin's at $33,000. We had a little drop. Ethereum's at 2,100. Look at that. Tether's actually at 99 cents. Binance Coin's at 310. Cardano's 133. Dollars is at 20, still going down because 10,000 new dollars created every day. And I think there's only 2-3 wallets that hold a majority of it. So you can expect dips if there was ever a rise or manipulation of this token. Dogecoin is at 1543. Uniswap's at 28.3. Ivan on Tech was talking about them. I kind of should probably make a video on this just to get an idea what Uniswap is. It's supposed to be a DeFi swapping unit, but I'm not sure. But I'll take a look at it later and put that on my Patreon account. Litecoin's at 131. Theta is down 597. And Monero's 207. Shiba Inu SHIB is, I don't know, it's a low number. Just another crap coin. I want to say it. Yeah, and that's that. AMP's at 5 cents. And yeah. Let us look at our crypto fear to greed index. For those of you who don't know, the crypto to fear greed index is a great tool to use if you're just wondering if you want to buy, hodl, or trade your cryptocurrencies. Because right now we are seeing extreme fear. That is great news. So it's a buying time. Get it while you can, because as this bar moves over here, it gets a little bit scarier and you're going to want to hold on your tokens, because for those of you that don't know, when we see signs of extreme fear, that can be a sign that the investors are too worried, and that could be a great buying opportunity. But also, when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. So hodl those coins. And there you have it, the daily crypto news. I hope you enjoyed this video tonight. Sorry if this video felt a little rushed. I gotta get some movies. I want to see Black Widow. I am stoked. I cannot wait to see it. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't done it already, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends. And if you want to learn about cryptocurrencies, download or sign up for my Patreon account. I got a link down below. Or if you're watching this on your computer or television, boop, scan that QR code with your phone and it takes you straight to my Patreon account. Did a video today on the Divi desktop wallet. I love that because they make crypto made easy. But again, thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate all you supportive fans out there. And I hope you have a great night, morning, evening, whenever you're going to be watching this video. And the Sherpa is out. Bye, guys.